Hello and welcome to Dota for Noobs. In this video we will be going over the basics of the Dota map as well as the main objectives of the game. The map changes relatively frequently, so this video will be updated as changes in the map happen, but for now, let's begin. We will be using a custom lobby for this video, so if you want to follow along, go ahead and create your own custom lobby. If you don't know how to do that, check out my custom lobby video. This is the Dota map. This side is called the Radiant, and this side is called Dire. Radiant always starts on the bottom left corner of the map, and Dire always starts on the top right corner. Both bases for the Radiant and Dire contain all the same components, so for simplicity, I will be only showing the Radiant side. The Dire base will essentially be the same, but mirrored diagonally. Let's go over the important parts of the base. First is the Fountain. This is where all heroes start the game. The Fountain also provides massive amounts of healing, so whenever you're low on health and mana, this is where you want to come back so that you can regenerate everything. Anytime you die, you will also respawn in the Fountain area just like when you first started the game. The Fountain can also attack your enemies and does massive amounts of damage. However, the attack range is only up to the edge of the Fountain area, which is shown by this green circle here. Also in the Fountain area is the main shop. This is where you can buy most of the items in the game. There's also a secret shop. It's not really a secret, but it's located outside of the main base in the jungle. We'll come back to this in just a little bit. Next thing is the Ancients. Some people also call this the Throne, which is an older Dota 1 reference. This is the main objective of the game. Dota was originally an acronym for Defense of the Ancients, hence why this is the most important objective of the game. The Ancient is protected by two towers. You cannot attack the Ancient until both of these two towers are destroyed. A little further out, there are another set of towers, then there are two more sets of towers after that. We will go into a little more detail about these towers in just a little bit. Last important structures in each base are called the barracks. Each set of barracks consists of a range and melee barracks. There are 3 sets of these in every base. We will go into more detail about these as well in just a little bit. The map is mainly separated into 3 lanes. These lanes are commonly referred to as top, middle, and bottom. Every 30 seconds, a set of creeps spawn from your base and walk down each lane. Each lane also has 3 towers per side. Towers essentially protect each lane and provide vision and true sight. True sight allows you to see things that are invisible. These towers are generally referred to by their lane and distance from the Ancient. The furthest tower from the Ancient would be the Tier 1 tower, and as you get closer to the Ancient, you get the Tier 2, then Tier 3, and ultimately the ones right by the Ancient are the Tier 4 towers. Only the outermost tower can be attacked in each lane. However, if your creeps are not nearby the towers, as well as other buildings in your base, they will have something called backdoor protection. This makes the tower gain large amounts of regeneration as well as damage reduction, making it very difficult to destroy. It is true for all towers except the Tier 1 towers. Once any Tier 3 tower is destroyed, this allows for the Tier 4 towers to be attacked. Destroying a Tier 3 tower also allows the accompanying barracks to be attacked as well. Let's go into a little more detail about the barracks. When your team destroys a set of barracks, your creeps in that lane will become stronger. If you destroy the melee barracks, the melee creeps will become stronger, and the same goes for the range barracks. If you destroy all 3 sets of barracks, your creeps will be upgraded into mega creeps, which are even more powerful and are extremely difficult to defend against. Moving now to the other parts of the map. Let's start in the middle. This is called the river. It runs diagonally across the middle of the map, dividing the Radiant and Dire halves. The river is mainly known for 2 things. First are the power runes. Power runes are power-ups that appear every 2 minutes of the game, starting at minute 4. Only one random rune appears at one of these 2 spots in the river. If the rune is not collected within 2 minutes, it will disappear and a new rune will appear in one of those same 2 spots. These are the possible power runes. Arcane Rune. This grants 30% cooldown reduction and 30% mana loss reduction, and it lasts for 50 seconds. The double damage rune. This grants 100% attack damage bonus for 45 seconds. The haste rune speeds up the hero up to 550 movement speed for 22 seconds. Illusion rune. This creates 2 illusions of the hero, which last for 75 seconds. These illusions only deal 35% of the original damage of the hero, but the melee illusions will take 200% damage, and ranged illusions will take 300% damage. The invisibility rune. This rune grants invisibility for 45 seconds. Last is the regeneration rune. This rune grants 6% health and mana regeneration based on the maximum health and mana pools for 30 seconds. However, similarly to healing salves, the effect stops when you take damage from another hero or when you reach full health and mana. There's one more rune that spawns in the river, which is the bounty rune. 4 of these runes spawn in 4 different locations, 2 in the river and 2 not in the river, all at the same time, located here. They spawn at every 5-minute mark, starting when the game timer hits 0. The game timer starts negative, so the bounty runes aren't available as soon as the game starts. Bounty runes provide gold to the entire team. This starts at 40 gold per player for the team that grabs it, and increases by 10 per player every cycle. Another important part of the river is Roshan. Roshan is the strongest creep in the game and is very difficult to kill. This usually requires multiple heroes or heroes with specific items and abilities. When Roshan is killed, gold is given to every member of the team who killed him, and he also drops a few key items. The first item he drops is the Aegis of the Immortal. This item, once picked up, cannot be dropped or sold. This allows the holder of the item to automatically resurrect 5 seconds after they were killed in the spot they were killed. Once they are killed, the Aegis will disappear from the inventory. This item will also expire 5 minutes after Roshan is killed. Roshan respawns randomly between 8 and 11 minutes after he is killed. After Roshan respawns, if killed again, he will drop both the Aegis and a second item. This second item is called a cheese. This cheese restores a large amount of health and mana when used. Upon Roshan's 3rd death, he drops either a refresher shard or an Aghanim's blessing, in addition to the Aegis and cheese, and on his 4th death on, he drops all 4. We will go over what these other items do in a later video. Last important part about the river is that it is the lowest part of the map. The Dota map actually has a 3rd dimension to it, which is subtle but extremely important. All around the map you will see sets of stairs and also a ramp in front of Roshan. These represent areas of higher ground. When standing on lower ground, you cannot see onto the high ground without having a creep, ward, or hero giving you vision. However, from the high ground, you are able to see down to the lower ground without any issues. Also, another advantage of being on higher ground is that ranged attacks have a 25% chance to miss uphill. Last but not least, we have the jungle. The jungle is basically the rest of the map that isn't part of the lane, river, or either of the 2 bases. There are 3 main important parts of the jungle: neutral creeps, outposts, and the secret shop. First, neutral creeps. These are additional creeps that reside in specific areas of the jungle, which allow heroes to gain more gold and experience by killing them. There are small, medium, large, and ancient camps. These camps are classified in your minimap by these symbols. There are other advanced mechanics that involve these neutral creeps that will be explained in another video. Second are outposts, which are located here and here on the map. These outposts provide a place to teleport as well as give vision of the area as well as true sight. At every 10-minute mark, the outposts give a set amount of experience to every hero as long as they control the outpost. Each team controls an outpost at the start of the game, and enemy outposts can only be captured after any one of their Tier 2 towers have been destroyed. Outposts can be captured by simply right-clicking on them when available to capture and allowing the channeling time to finish. The more heroes capturing the outpost, the faster the outpost gets captured. However, if this channeling sequence is interrupted, it must be start over from the beginning. Third, as mentioned before, the secret shops are located in the jungle as well. There's one located here on the Radiant side of the map, and here on the Dire side of the map. These secret shops, however, are neutral, and any hero or courier can purchase items from either secret shop as long as they have the gold. Fun fact, if you're somehow able to get all the way into the enemy base near their fountain, you're actually able to purchase items from that shop as well. Anyway, these secret shops have items available for purchase that you are not able to purchase from the shop in your base. Actually, the most powerful items in the game are only available by purchasing items from the secret shop. Last important fact about the jungle is that there are tons of different pathways through the jungle to get to places on the map. Sometimes it can be used to sneak up on another hero, or sometimes it can be used to run away. It has many available paths to get to the lanes or the river, and by learning to navigate the jungle, you can understand the quickest ways to get from one place to another, or maybe even the sneakiest. Finally, let's go over the most important part of any game that involves strategy: information. Knowing where your enemies are and understanding when you can and cannot be seen is extremely important. This is where wards come into play. Wards are available for purchase in the main shop, and there are two different types of wards. First, the Observer Ward. The Observer Ward gives vision in a fairly large radius. There are a bunch of spots with little eyes on them that are ideal spots for these Observer Wards because they give vision on a very large area and are unobstructed by trees. Then there are Sentry Wards. These wards give temporary vision of a very small radius, but they are useful because they give true sight in a larger radius. All wards are automatically invisible, so sentry wards are important to get rid of other wards. Knowing where your enemy is can make a huge difference in your survival, the outcome of a fight, or even the outcome of the game. That's it for this video. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel to check out my other videos. Feel free to leave any questions in the comments, and most importantly, share this video with your friends if you think it'll help them learn more about the game of Dota. Also, check out the link in the description to join our Dota for Noobs Discord. Thanks, and good luck in your games!